Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the Power of Premium webinar. We are going to be starting in just a few moments now. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to join. I see a few people trickling in, kind of coming in and coming out. So we're just going to give it a few moments. In the meantime, feel free to chime in on that question side on the right-hand side to let me know how you're doing today. I see a few familiar faces. I see Wes from Mountaintop Rejuvenation. How you doing, Wes? I saw Mary Lynn in here earlier from Sedona Pies. A lot of friendly faces that I recognize. A few Welcome Wagon people. Lions Credit Union, really great companies that are coming to join us for the webinar. Let me know if you can hear me as well. Feel free to, again, chime in on that right-hand side. Again, we'll be starting in just a few moments as kind of people are starting to come in. So we'll just give it a bit, and I will be right back. Hi, Monty. Glad to have you. Joe, I'm glad you can hear me. I hope everyone else can as well. I'll try to speak up. Lois, that's great. I'm glad you can hear me. That's great. Yeah. All right. So just a few more moments now. I just want to make sure everyone has enough time to join. We'll be covering a lot of interesting stuff today, walking through some of the basics of premium. And Sam, I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad. Thank you, everyone that's chiming in. But yeah, we'll be covering just some of the basics of premium and just how you can use it. And I'll tell some great stories about other members that are finding success. So that's great. Yep, everyone is letting me know they can hear me, so that's really awesome. Yeah, we'll start promptly at 2:00. We'll start in the next 30 seconds ago or so. Just making sure that everyone can get here on time. I'm excited for everyone here. How's everyone doing? We're having a nice rainy day out here in Boston, so I'm glad to be inside and spending my day with you guys. So this is all awesome. So I guess we'll get started. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. This is actually our first ever premium webinar. So I'm super excited, and I'm just gonna say welcome, you pioneers. Thank you for thank you for joining me today. We're pretty excited to have you guys aboard. So this webinar will be primarily for premium and premium plus members. But if you're sitting there and you are maybe just verified or you haven't upgraded your membership yet, don't worry. There will actually be some insights in this for you as well. But before we begin, I have some housekeeping. So real quick, first off, this webinar will be recorded. You'll receive a copy at the end, whether you attended or whether you kind of had to step out a little bit early. No worries. You'll get a copy of this webinar, and hopefully you'll be able to listen to my beautiful voice at any time. We'll also have a designated time for Q&A. So if you have questions, you can ask them on that right-hand side. But if you I won't be able to kind of get to them to the very end, but if you want to enter them there, I'll try to get to everyone at the end. And so without further ado, here's the agenda for today. We're going to start out with some introductions. I'm going to tell you who I am and why I do what we do, or what I do. And then I'll be talking about what is Alignable and why we do what we do. And how we got here and kind of our story. And then building a business network. I'll tell you about the basics of networking on Alignable, what that means and how it's important for your business. And then finally, I'll touch on premium and what it means to kind of take that networking you're doing on Alignable and accelerating it even further. So if that all sounds good. Oh, and lastly, we'll have some time for Q&A. So again, if you're thinking of questions, if you have questions, if you're unsure about anything that I say today, feel free to just chime in on that right-hand side. I'll try to get to everyone when we get to that Q&A portion of the webinar. So first off, again, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll have loads of great tips for you, and we'll be walking you through some of the best of what premium has to offer. To kick things off, my name is Phil. I'm on the product marketing team here at Alignable, and actually I would say I'm the self-proclaimed Alignable historian. That means pretty much I know everything there is to do with Alignable and how to use the feature and how to kind of use it to grow your business. Before I was at Alignable, I was actually a marketing manager at a small development agency. And when I say small, I mean real small. My first day, I actually sat at a single desk with the founder. It was just me and him sitting at one desk. I don't know why we couldn't get 2 desks, but we had 1 desk. And from that first day, I actually was able to grow that company to around 25 full-time employees. And we hit around $500,000 in revenue our first year. I joined Alignable in 2017 as the head of member success. In that role, I grew out pretty much most of what our support branch was of that company today. So if you've ever read a support article or a help center article, chances are I probably had a hand in it. So that's that. So after growing that arm out, I actually switched over to the product team, where I found my home, kind of helping our members grow, helping our members learn everything that Alignable has to offer for them. And it has been able to help me do things like this awesome webinar and talking with all of you today. And so I'm really grateful for that. And at this point, you actually may be saying, Phil, you just set out a lot of things about your history, but you may even be saying, Phil, you're a total Alignable nerd. But what do you know about being a small business owner? And to that, I really say this: I'm not a small business owner. I can't claim to be. I can't claim to know what it actually feels like to be a small business owner. But through my time here, I've actually had the ability to work with thousands of our members. I've spent time on email. Probably many of you have received a message from me, or a phone call or a live chat, or you've sat in on some of our other webinars. And kind of through those experiences, I've actually become even more of an Alignable nerd. And actually I've seen how these stories of how other members are using Alignable to grow their business. And so from that, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to ask, what is Alignable? And so simply put, Alignable is a community of over 4 million businesses. On that right-hand side, how many of you guys knew that there was actually 4 million of you other business owners on Alignable? Every time I tell that story, I say that number, it almost seems unreal to me. I joined around 1.5 million. So 4 million is an incredible thing to witness and be a part of. But simply put, it's that community of 4 million businesses, and that's not it. There's so much more than that. It is actually a place for real estate, and it's a place for health and wellness and contracting and property and finance and business services and shopping and retail and marketing and advertising, arts and entertainment, food and beverage, automotive and transportation. It is this accumulation of all of these industries coming together. These are actually just some of our 10 top largest community industries on Alignable, but we really have everything from accounting to Zumba or zoos or anything on that entire spectrum. We actually have fully bustling industries on Alignable that I hadn't even heard of before joining. Like I've helped, professional cuddlers understand what Alignable is and how to use it to grow their cuddling business, which I, never thought I would ever do. But, it is awesome to kind of be a part of that. So if you name it, chances are I have talked to someone in that industry and helped them build a strategy for Alignable. But these are industries and these are businesses, and businesses don't use Alignable, people use Alignable. And so from those industries are actually on Alignable? Well, within those industry, Alignable is for owners of those businesses. So if maybe you own a pie shop. I saw Mary Lynn from Sedona Pies in here. Maybe you own a pie shop. Maybe you're an employee for a small business. Maybe you're an independent contractor that works with small businesses, or a consultant that, again, is helping those small businesses grow, or a vendor that services small businesses, or suppliers. Really, we are a network for anyone that is contributing to that small business community and has a vested interest in helping these businesses grow. But how are they growing on Alignable? How are they using Alignable to grow their business? It starts with building a network. And many of you, this probably will seem basic and routine and you'll know all of this stuff, but we'll run through it anyways. They're networking on Alignable with their neighbors. and they're connecting with their peers and their partners and customers. And when you're thinking about who you want to connect with, you're thinking about people that you can learn from or leverage to meet new customers, or maybe even directly with your customers. That's happening on Alignable with these people in the small business community. You're communicating with these people that you're networking with. You're you're sending them messages. You're starting a group chat with them. So now on Alignable, you can actually start group chat. I sent everyone an email this past week just about all the cool things that you can do with group chat nowadays. I definitely recommend trying it out. Wait until the end of the webinar if you don't mind, but definitely try that out when you get a chance. There's also local discussion. So starting a discussion within your community is starting to really gain popularity on Alignable, whether that means networking or talking about events and promotions. And John, I see your question about how do you maximize your premium account. I'm going to show you how to maximize all of these features with premium in just a moment. I just want to talk about communicating and getting your product and services out there and your events and promotions, and really to get the most out of your business. And then you can finally teach and learn on Alignable. And what that means is you can get answers to your toughest questions. Maybe it's about marketing. Maybe you're a florist and you don't know what social media you should be using or how even a florist uses social media. You can turn to Alignable to get answers from both other florists that are successfully using social media, but also marketers that are experts and can help you kind of figure out the right answers there. And then finally, the inverse of that is helping and sharing your own experience and expertise as a means of, one, demonstrating your credibility, but also just showing that, hey, you care and you're helping out your neighbors. All of these incredible tools are at your fingertips to help you grow. But it's really, as John pointed out in the chat here, it's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about how you can take all of that, take all of those features I just talked about, and accelerate it like never before with premium. And that leads me into the power of premium. And I'm going to sound a little bit like an old-timey radio host, but like I want everyone to hold on to their seats because we're going to get into some really, really cool stuff. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am. So with premium, our premium members enjoy on average 2.4 times more inbound connections. So these are connections coming from people that are interested in what you have to offer or contributing to your business in any way. Our premium members also enjoy 2.1 times more recommendations. These are the core of credibility on Alignable and can really help you stand out. Premium members also enjoy 12 times more profile visits. So this is both people on and off Alignable coming to check out what you have to offer. Premium is going to do the work for you to help drive more people to come check out your profile, and then you just have to fill in the rest. And kind of through all that, I'm going to try to help you get these results and help you get results like my friend Wendell here. Wendell works for Farmers Insurance, and since he began using Alignable, his visibility in Pleasanton, which is his small community, has skyrocketed. His book of business is booming, and I love that alliteration there. And he's constantly setting up new appointments, and that's all through the power of premium. So to really break it down, let's talk about the memberships on Alignable. As you guys have seen, there's 4 membership tiers on Alignable. There's Explorer, which is our basic free package. All of you have started off as Explorers. This is really just the basic package for someone who is really only interested in connecting with people they know and really just starting to get their feet wet into networking and starting to meet their neighbors. Verified is a slightly step up. You're getting a slightly larger radius and more connection, but really, again, this is for those primarily local experts, these people that want to just be staples in their community. Then you take a step up to premium. Premium is where things really start to get cooking. You get that larger radius, more connections. You get an activity dashboard, and you may not know what that means yet, but I'm about to show you what it is. And trust me, it is awesome. And search tags, and then also more inbound and more visibility. That's at 12x more profile visits I was talking about earlier. So really awesome stuff there. And then finally, we have Premium Plus, which is kind of with premium. It has everything that premium has, but more of it. So you're getting the largest radius, the most connections, and all of the opportunities there. We're actually only going to be focusing on just these 2 premiums here. So premium and premium plus. And really, to sum it all up, we have two sides of premium. When I say premium, I'm going to be talking about both premium and premium plus. But there's the inbound side, which is these are features that drive members to you, that really help you drive these new members to come check you out, and also convert those members that are looking at your profile. So if you're a bit more introverted and you find yourself typically not going out of your way to network, this is really the special side for you, because this is going to do a lot of that heavy lifting for you. And then obviously the outbound side. Many of you are probably networkers, active networkers. You're talking to people regularly. You're meeting new people everywhere. This is that side. So these are the features that enable you to go on the offensive and reach out to businesses and business owners that you want to meet or even directly sell to. So what's beautiful about this is it creates this kind of symbiotic relationship. These two core feature sets kind of really help you drive. So the inbound side is driving people to check you out, and the outbound side lets you kind of connect with those people that are checking you out. And, at this point, again, I just spouted a lot of information at you. So if you're saying, hey, Phil, this is all great, this is all pie in the sky, all great and dandy, but what are these tools and how do I actually use them for my business? I'm going to walk you through each feature one by one, share some stories on how some members are using them to hopefully inspire you and figure out some new ways you can take advantage of your premium membership. So first up, we have boosted visibility. So boosted visibility as a premium member, you're getting greater visibility for your business. This is that 12x more profile visits, those 2.4 times more connections comes from. We actually, as a premium and premium plus member, we're prioritizing your profile on places like the Q&A forum search. So if you're active on the Q&A forum and you're answering questions, there's a higher chance that your answer will be prioritized in that list. Also in search, when people are searching for you or your competitors, you have a higher chance of showing up. On the My Network page, we're introducing you to more people that are interested in what you have to offer. And even in the newsletter, so most communities will have a weekly or bi-weekly newsletter. You have a higher chance of ranking and showing up in that as well as a premium member. So this is really just everyone driving to come check you out, which it can be really awesome if you're more that passive kind of benefit of premium. On top of that, you're also getting search tags. So search tags on the inbound front, you are getting these tags that act almost as keywords. Keywords is probably a term that you're probably more familiar with, but these are the things that will help you get found in more relevant searches from businesses that are looking for what you offer. They work in tandem with your category and feature tags to help you stand out. So you can actually head to your profile. If you click that big purple edit button right under your photo, you can see your search tags. This is exclusive for premium and premium plus members. And so, for example, on that right-hand side, it may be hard to see if you're not full screen, but I'm a marketing consultant. I can list marketing consultant as my category tag. So that quickly explains what I do and what I offer. And then my feature tags and then my premium search tags can help me stand out there. And so actually let's move into the next part of inbound, which is the profile spotlight. And so this is, again, we're doing all this work to drive more people to check out your profile. This is where your profile really comes into play and acts as a way of converting these people. This profile spotlight lets you take your best recommendation and actually bump it up to the top of your profile. Because if we're thinking about like, hey, people are checking out your profile, they're interested in what you have to offer. They may be, they can come in, they can look at, what you're most known for. And this spotlight recommendation at the top is that first impression. It's setting the bar for what you have to offer to these businesses that are checking you out. So those are some inbound features. And so let's actually look at these features in action. So to do that, I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Philip. He works for Paychecks. He's been a premium member for about 1.5 years now, and actually just recently upgraded his membership even further to Premium Plus after seeing kind of these results here. So you probably saw one of these case studies. I think I sent it out to most of you as you were registering for this. But he just hit 190% of his quarterly sales quota by participating in the Q&A forum and going Premium Plus for maximum visibility and connections. And so how does actually inbound impact that number, and how does that help him? Well, he uses the Q&A forum, and this is where he's sharing his advice. He's sharing his expertise. His visibility on that Q&A forum is actually boosted. As I was saying earlier, you know, premium members are getting listed higher and higher as they answer these questions. And, you know, by answering a question like this, you know, he found a question about how do you create trust with your customers. He's able to really demonstrate what that means for him, to help him really stand out. So this answer really does two things. It can now be seen by other people that are landing on that question, but it also now lives on his profile. It serves as even more collateral to convert those profile visitors. Actually, in the last 90 days, Philip has around nearly 35,000 visits and engagements with his Q&A content. 35,000. You don't see that too often, but that is impressive. And that's mostly due because he's Premium Plus. His answers are showing up and they're highlighted with that Premium Plus badge. And those 35,000 visits to his answers, to his questions, to his posts are actually converting to over 2,000 visits just in the last 90 days. So really tremendous visibility there. And then, you know, again, once he's bringing these people in, he has his spotlight ready to go. So this is something, again, that you get as a Premium and Premium Plus member. You can feature your best recommendation right at the top. So he has this recommendation from Eddie Garcia Photography. And that helps him really capture those leads as they're first looking at his profile. That shows, hey, I'm Philip. I know what I do. This is what I do, and this is what's awesome about it. So, which actually, all of this leads into the next big feature. And this is probably one of the more powerful features of Premium. And this is the referral dashboard. How many of you in the chat today are using the referral dashboard today as part of kind of your daily alignable strategy? Feel free to chime in. Okay, I see a few people. A few people don't know what it is, so that's good. That's good. All right. So the referral dashboard, this is where you can see all of that visibility from those people that are visiting your profile from Q&A from around the web, and actually see who is behind that visibility. So on this dashboard, you can see all those business owners that have recently visited your profile and actually reach out to them. These are businesses that probably found you through search or throughout Alignable, and that actually signals that they may be interested in working with you. If you think about it this way, you know, we will feature your service in the newsletter. And if someone clicks on that service and they visit your profile, there's a very good chance that they're probably interested in what you have to offer, you know, and that's no better time to really reach out. And also as a Premium member, you can see how many SEO visits that you're getting. One thing that all of our members get is an SEO optimized profile. I saw someone asking about Google and how their profile ranks in Google. You can actually see how many visitors you're getting to your SEO profile, this profile that's getting found on Google or Bing or whatever, what have you. And you can see, you know, you're getting X number of visits from those web sources. And so having a great profile that really helps you convert those visitors is really great. And also as an added bonus, we actually just flipped on a contact form that is available for all upgraded and free members on their profile. So as your profile is getting found on these search results, there's a contact form now available that allows people to reach right out to you from there, even if they're not Alignable members, which is really phenomenal. So again, to see this referral dashboard in action, let's turn to my friend Jenny. So Jenny works for Digital Advising Solutions. Like these other members, she's also been a Premium member for the last year or so. And here's how things been going for Jenny. Jenny actually gets 70% of her new clients from Alignable. She's on Facebook, she's on Twitter, she's on LinkedIn, but again and again, she's getting 70% of her clients just from Alignable every month. And here's how. So every day she's logging in to Alignable to check out kind of the latest data on this referral dashboard. For those who don't know, you can actually access it right from your profile. And you can see has recently visited your services, so she can kind of understand like, oh, this person's checking out my free consulting service. Maybe I should reach out to them and see if they need any kind of pushing over that hump to see if they want to register for that. She looks at their profile, their website, and focuses on adding value from that get-go. So she's on the outbound. She's connecting with these people that are coming in from that boosted visibility and focusing on how she can add value to those people. And connect with them, which actually leads me into, and then, yep, again, this is how she's connecting with these people. She's able to find these visitors. And as you can see, you have someone who visited in the last week, in the last 2 weeks. This, if you're looking here, you have Allison Hodge on that right-hand side. I don't know if you guys can see that, but 3 visits recently in the last 2 weeks, and we're not connected. That's a perfect example on why you should be connecting with these people. I can reach out and say, hey, if you're interested in marketing consulting, if you're looking to kind of take that next step, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. And so again, this is where boosted networking comes in. This is probably one of the most important aspects of premium. I like to say this when I'm talking to other members about Alignable. There's over 4 million members here, including very likely your next customer. So with premium, you have access to even more of them with a much larger radius for you to connect with. You can connect kind of both locally and nationwide with a with way more connections that you can use. We recommend for these premium members that you take advantage of places like search. So search is a very powerful tool on Alignable that lets you filter through those 4 million members. You can search by categories. You can search by locations. You can search by reputation. So highly recommended, my network recommends, or even relationships. So your first degree connection. So people you're directly connected with, or second degree. So maybe people that my network knows. By using search, you can search for things as specific as task a restaurant in Brookline, and we'll find results for that, but also something as generic as just restaurant. And as you can see on the right hand side, I'm getting 72,000 results for restaurant, which is really something. So to really explain kind of the best way to use boosted networking, I'm going to turn it over to my friend Dawn here. Dawn is actually the president and CEO of Faith Graphics. She's a print shop. She owns a print shop in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. She's, again, been using premium for about 1.5 years now, and here's the results she has seen. The premium service has been a massive benefit, reaching new business owners nationwide. I enjoyed meeting new business owners and serving their needs. She does it primarily through search. She's able to search for these people, go on the offensive, and track down these potential prospects that may be the perfect next customer for her. She uses those filters that I was talking about earlier, like reputation. Reputation is a great way to kind of have those warm connections. Actually, real quick in the question side, how many of you are using search today? How many of you have tried to search for your customer tags or your customer industries there? I'd be interested to see how many people are currently using that. But like I was saying, using that reputation filter to kind of introduce like some warmness to her connection request. So for example, hey, I can see that my friend Martin already recommends you. If he likes you, then I'll probably like you. So let's connect and see if we can grow each other's business together. And since she's premium, she can actually send these connection requests much more freely. She can take these bigger leaps on these businesses that maybe are a little bit outside of her normal connection radius, but like she's able to connect with them through premium and see how she can best contribute there. So that's what's actually beautiful about premium. It's this combination of visibility. So we're driving more people to your profile, getting more people's eyes on your profile, to which you can use the referral dashboard to see who those people are and connect with them. And then finally, obviously, networking. So connecting with those people that are visiting your profile and networking together. And this is actually, the boosted visibility, the search tags, the profile spotlight, the referral dashboard, boosted networking, kind of all coming together to help you really grow your business. So I hope that has helped you guys get some insight into some of the features on Alignable and what how you should be using your membership to really grow your business. You know, I know I've talked pretty much for 30 minutes straight about how awesome premium is, and I probably said a lot of information that you guys that either you knew or you didn't know or you wanted to know more of. So I'm going to leave you with some really great next steps to really start hitting the ground running with your membership. So first things first, completing your profile. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but we are going to be doing a ton of work for you to drive people to your profile. Make sure your profile is working for you. So run through it. Make sure it has everything that is up to date. Make sure it has the right phone number, even the right address. Make sure it's filled out as much as possible. Add images to your gallery, add a product or service, and make sure everything's listed there. Spotlight your best recommendation if you have a great recommendation. Again, those are things that are going to be doing work for you. So you might as well make sure you're putting your best foot forward. And then I'm going to have you check out your referral dashboard and really take a critical look at it and ask, am I getting the visibility that I want? And are you getting the right number of visits? Are you getting the right people to come check you out? And if you're not, you know, ask what can you do to drive more people to your profile? You know, like maybe there's something on your profile that's missing that's preventing you from being introduced. So maybe you're missing a logo or something really important like that. Or maybe you haven't taken advantage of the Q&A forum. You haven't answered a question recently. As we saw earlier, Philip got 2,000 visits from it to his profile from that Q&A content. So that's really valuable for him. And you know, find those opportunities on how to drive more people there. And again, if you're happy with your visits and you're getting tons of great visibility, but they aren't converting to connections, think about what's on your profile and why members would want to connect with you. And even just go on the outbound. So if you're seeing people visiting your profile, will reach out to them, let them know, hey, you know, I'm running X, Y, and Z. I'm doing this promotion. I can help this way. Really personalize that outreach. We've seen tremendous success in getting your connection acceptance rate up. And then speaking of connections, I'm going to have you send 10 connection requests. You get 40 connection requests a month if you're premium, 105 if you're premium plus. So now's your chance to start connecting with those businesses you want to meet. Give search a try. Try to find that next customer and that next big opportunity for you. Then I'm going to have you import your address book. Importing your address book is, I understand it can be scary. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. But it's an easy way to get connected with people that you know and trust. These connections don't cost any credit. So by importing that address book, by bringing people and letting Alignable know, kind of these are the people that I know, we'll kind of find those that are on Alignable and surface them to you so you can connect with them for free. These connections don't cost credit. And then they also open up those third and second degree connections that I was talking about earlier. So really great stuff there. And then finally, send a message to a recent connection. You've done all this work. You've nailed that first impression. You found the right business. You worked on your profile. Now you got to make sure that you're closing the loop. You're talking to those people that you're actually connecting with. So find someone that you recently connected with that you haven't chatted with yet and send them a message. And that's a really great place to start there. You know, just some ideas there. One of the best intro messages that I've seen recently was someone just reaching out and saying, hey, I took a look at your profile. I saw that your ideal customer is X, Y, and Z. I think I should be able to help. I know a few people in that industry that I may be able to introduce you to. Do you have time for a call on Friday? And if you approach it that way, where you're not outright selling and you're able to go in and you're adding value to those people, they're going to be more likely to respond, accept your connection requests, and what have you. So again, if you're following these steps and you start taking advantage of that boosted visibility and that boosted networking, you are going to start getting results like Jenny, Dawn, and Philip, and Wendell, and all those other people, and all those the tens of thousands of people that are using Alignable's upgraded memberships for success. And that is the power of premium. So now I'm going to turn it over to Q&A. I saw a few questions coming in kind of throughout the webinar. But before I start answering some questions there, just a reminder, I'll be sending out a recording of this webinar after it ends, all my mistakes and all my flubs. If you struggle to hear me, you'll hear all those again. And if you need any additional help, please check out the following. Our help center has tons and tons of great articles that can help you how to do certain things like editing your profile, changing your email, and all those things. There's some really great stuff there. And then on the other hand, you have success stories at alignable.com/forum/topics/alignable-success stories. That's where you're going to see more stories like Dawn, Philip, Jenny, and Wendell, who are finding success with Alignable every day. So now let's turn it on over to Q&A. So I saw actually this question came in just a little bit ago. How do I add my spotlight? Great question. So let's actually swing on over to our profile. This is my profile right here. And as you can see, I'm taking advantage of the spotlight right here. And the way you do that, you scroll down to your recommendations received. I have a few that I'm pretty proud of. I'm going to spotlight my friend Lawrence here. He wrote a really great recommendation for me. And I'm just going to click spotlight. And what that does is it actually just bumps it up to the top. That's it. And if you want to swap it out, you can remove it. And there it goes. But I definitely want that there for all those reasons that I said. So we're going to spot that up. What do you think about my profile doing? Need anything else? So Blendy Farmer, I don't want to pull up your profile just to protect your privacy, make sure no one else can see your profile. But the key things here, one thing that I always look for when I'm going to connect with someone, I definitely look for images like, do they have a logo? They have a headshot? What type of connections are they getting? Are they highly recommended? These are things that I definitely care about. I can also see that, even this, this is my ideal customer, and that's pretty weak. So I definitely recommend just spending more time on ideal customer than that. I could definitely do a better job there. And I don't have any events and promotions, but I have some products and services. Just these things that just make your profile look complete can go a long way. What are some other questions? How do I use the referral dashboard? That's a great question. So again, if you head to your profile, this is my profile here. I can actually click view activity here, or you can actually click activity here to see what's going on. And if you click view activity, you can see kind of all that data. But really, the bread and butter comes from clicking in. If you click see who, I have 106 visits to my business profile recently. If I click see who, I can actually see the individuals there and reach out to them. So I can see my friend Ryan connected with me. I also see that someone is actually waiting to hear from me, so I can respond and click accept. Great. And we'll say hi to Danny. Thanks for connecting. Just like that. And that's a really great way to kind of see the people that are interested. Where is my contact form? That's another great question. So you actually can't see it if you're logged in. And let's see, I can switch to a new tab. And let's see if it's out for everyone. Oh, it doesn't look like it's out for everyone yet, but this is where it would look. Let's see if I can find another profile that has it out. But it will look like this when you visit your profile. It's still rolling out for everyone, so it may take some time. But if you click contact there, this is what the contact form would look like. So when people are interested in working with you, it also shows up on your services as well. And we know that these services show up pretty frequently in search results. So you don't have to do anything to turn this on. This is just available for everyone. Great. let's see. How do I use the referral dashboard? Got to that. Does premium help our exposure on Google, etc.? So it doesn't actually do anything to help you stand out on Google more. Your profile is actually optimized for SEO to begin with. But what's great about premium is, again, as those people are finding you on Google, your recommendation can appear at the top. It's clear that you have a status, and it kind of helps you there. And also, you know, I don't want to. So if I just do Zola marketing Alignable and head here, I can actually see that here it says that I'm highly recommended, and that's one of the nice things that we'll do for your business on Alignable. And then Google search results. Will Alignable is Alignable planning on improving the gallery? The answer is yes. It is on our roadmap. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to be happening, but we are planning on rolling out some advanced features for the gallery to make it easier to upload photos. Are event and promotions the best place to add marketing flyers? That's a great question. Yeah, I recommend adding it to your event and promotions. Especially if they're time-based. So if you have something that's coming up and you have a flyer for it, so maybe you're hosting a networking event, or maybe you're just running a promotion, or maybe you're just trying to stay top of mind, add it as an event and promotion. What that does is it actually will show up on your community calendar here. So this is the community calendar, and you can see all of these events. It also shows up on your home feed. So I can see that Gordon LaFleur has a new event, and then also in places like the newsletter. So let's look at the newsletter in Brookline. I can see that Vladimir actually sponsored this his event in this newsletter. So that's always great to see. But you can see some other other great stuff in here that relates to events. Explain an impression and what that means. So that is a very good question. So impression will be anytime that your listing appears somewhere. So for example, if I search for marketing, over here, type in marketing, and I'll do a search for marketing businesses. This right here would be an impression. So I'm showing up in that search result. I'm appearing here. And so that's what an impression is. If someone clicks on my profile, that actually is a visit. And that's what that means. Am I in? Okay, some great questions here. Can you talk more about search? Of course. So again, let's head back to that marketing search. I'm going to type in marketing here. And I'm going to type in businesses, and as you can see, there's 152,000 results right off the top. So that's pretty incredible there. I can filter down to highly recommended, so I can look at the highly recommended businesses that have marketing in their description. And again, you're seeing a lot of these premium badges. You're seeing a lot of these upgraded badges. Their business is working hard, or this is their membership. Working harder for them. I can also look at first degree. So these are all of my highly recommended marketers that I'm actually connected with. So I can do that all through here. And you can see Dawn is actually one of the members that I was just telling you about. So she has 688 recommendations, which is incredible. Great. So explain adding a user. So Carolyn, I'm going to ask you to explain a little bit further on that, but there's ways you can connect on Alignable. So you can connect with people both from the My Network page. As you can see, I have a prospects version of this page, which lets me kind of look at these people nearby that match these tags and connect with them. I can also see suggested. And by connecting with them, that lets them see my content as I'm posting it. So if I post a new event, it's going to go to them and it's going to show up in their feed and their inbox. But also it lets me connect, message with them. So I can actually use chat here to send them a message using this here. If we are connected. So I only have time for a few more questions. Oh, actually, Carolyn, thank you for clarifying as a team member. So if you add a team member to your team, they are new members on your Alignable profile, and they can actually maintain your account. as well. So if they want to add information, if they want to, help you prospect and connect with these people, you can do so here. So you just add someone here. You can enter their first, last name, title, position, add a password for them, upload a photo for them, and add them. You can also, if you are transferring the ownership of the account, you can do so here by adding them as a face of the business. Face of the business just gives you the additional admin tools like access to billing information and access to managing the account. So let's see. How do I sponsor the newsletter? And what is the newsletter? I saw a few newsletter questions coming in. So great questions there. So the newsletter is not available in every community, but it's in, you can sponsor a newsletter anywhere. So even if you don't have an actual newsletter in your community, you can actually sponsor a nearby community. So you can get there by heading to my community. I'm in the Brookline community, which is, as if you're familiar, right outside of Boston. And I can head here and I can see the most recent newsletter. Again, I can see that there was a sponsored newsletter, and let's say I want that spot. If I want to feature my business, I just can click advertise here. From here, it'll show me kind of all, I can see the pricing, and I don't want to do that because my credit card information might show, but I can see my pricing there to see what it would take to sponsor, and sponsoring up to 6 months in advance. We have a few people that have been sponsoring kind of the holiday season already, so locking down those things early is pretty important. I know there's some questions still coming in, so I'm sorry if I didn't get to everyone. I do want to say, if you have any follow-up questions, please check out support.alignable.com. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is our help center. You can find tons of great articles here. You can find out all the information that you need. There's videos, there's success stories. And if you find something that you're not, that you don't see, or if you're struggling to find something that's not available, just submit a request, and our help center team will be able to help there. So that being said, if you have any additional questions, just head there. And I do want to just take a moment to say thank you, everyone, so much for being a part of this. It was my pleasure. And I really hope you guys learned something and had a good time, and had as much as a good time as I did. It was really incredible. And again, hopefully we'll see you at the next webinar, whenever that may be. All right. Have a great day.